I was so confused about this, and the chat was so full of boy kissing. I was so befuddled. I mean, I can assume, like, I'm not dumb. Hey guys, and welcome to
Stop! Hey guys, and welcome to GTLive, the dark side of the internet.
I know it's been a while since you've been on the couch, Steph, but it's GT not live.
But I also lost my microphone, so that was pretty apropos. Right?
So why, you lost your microphone?
Already.
Wow. We are setting all sorts of new records here. Hi, welcome to the Halloween episode. Am I on camera? I can't even tell if I'm on camera. There we go.
No, definitely not.
No, I'm still not on camera. This costume is too wide. Ash, can you do a dramatic tilt up? Do. Hi, welcome to GT Not Live, Halloween 2023. It is time for a meme review. As you can tell, Ollie decided to change up his costume requests for mom and dad this year.
He is the ultimate Sith Lord.
No, in what is now becoming a very consistent trend, Ollie has decided to go with an inanimate object for year number, 3 at this point? 4?
For year number 3, that requires a lot of construction. Like traditionally heavy objects, part of infrastructure, or in his case, a large weaponized transport vehicle.
Yeah, a lot of gray in Ollie's costume. So we went from water tower to gray to thwomp, which is a living creature, I guess. But
he's
now,
made of granite.
But now he's an AT-AT, and Daddy gets to be an ATST. Fully articulating legs as well. Though I will say, for Ash's sake, I should probably take this off. I mean, for me, sitting down on the couch probably makes sense to take this off.
Please sit down.
Yeah, is the tilt all right here, Ash?
This tripod isn't, I could adjust things, but then I have to readjust things, so I'm just kind of holding it up.
You're doing a great job. It's a good hold.
We've got Martin Scorsese behind the camera right now.
Wow,
it's fantastic.
Hey, nice.
That means that what we're creating here today is artwork, right?
And it's going to be 3.5 hours long.
Right. Can you imagine how he must feel that his latest movie got dunked on by Five Nights at Freddy's?
I know, that is kind of rough.
Like,
he's probably not happy.
No, it's like whoa, Death of the Flower Moon or whatever. My 3.5 hour epic with Leonardo DiCaprio that cost $200 million to make and is, got like $20 million at the box office. Suddenly got teabagged by a bunch of animatronic bears costing $20 million and earned $170 million in its first 3 days.
Yeah, but they were at least made by Jim Henson. They were very good Muppets. He basically got dunked on by a Muppet movie.
Yeah, maybe Martin Scorsese will feel better knowing that he got dunked on by Jim Henson and the Muppets rather than silly video game bear movie.
Is that bad? I think it may be more palatable to get wrecked by a Muppet movie than by FNAF. Yeah, if you're a major Hollywood director.
Yeah, losing to Kermit the Frog feels slightly better.
Yeah, Kermit's an institution. Freddy,
losing to Freddy Fazbear. Hey, for Ash's sake, I'm gonna remove this.
Disrobe, man.
I also, please don't say it that way. Also, I apologize in advance for the unfortunate placement of my forward-facing gun turrets.
We designed the costume before we realized where they would actually land.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you design, you just make a costume happen, and then sometimes the turrets wind up in unfortunate positions. Here, I'm going to hand off the mic while I struggle out of this. Here, Ash,
yes.
while I disrobe, as Stephanie so aptly put it, you hop on the couch, show off your costume.
Whoa,
yeah, get in here.
Whoa. Okay.
All right, ready? It's pretty great. Do you wanna say a word about the construction of your getup?
Oh yes. Hello everyone. My name is Toad, and here we are. So this costume is brought to you by various purchases at Target and Michael's. So all you need to do a little Toad situation is a nice little tan shirt, some white sweatpants, very comfortable. Important to be comfortable on Halloween.
I was gonna say, your costume
I missed
looks
that memo clearly.
infinitely more comfortable than anything we have constructed ever.
Yeah, look, comfort is important. And
I know.
I love y'all's dedication to the look. I can't do that.
Wait,
Not here.
There's a 5-year-old involved. Here's the thing. We were discussing this actually, that our costuming has never been better since we had a kid because it forces you to like really commit to the bit.
Yeah.
Even starting when Ollie was like 3 months old in his first Halloween, we made heckin' great grandmas. We were all three a trio of grandmas. And we were, from that day forward, it was like, oh no, we're really in it to win it. Like that first year, we glued some wigs to our own scalps, and it took like 3 hours to get them off. So we knew that we were like really in for the long haul with Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate your confident position now as Darth Vader, by the way. Like,
Thank you.
You
I
are
really-
claiming your space.
I'm trying to
Stephanie.
show, well, it's the cod piece that really empowers.
Here, let's wow, way to man spread there. Hold up, I do think you call out the cod piece. I will say, you know, for a fairly minimalistic.
Why is
Darth
there
Vader,
so much emphasis on the crotch of these Star Wars characters?
you know,
We thought this was a really safe franchise to costume as it. We're going around with our 5-year-olds.
I will say, yeah, they really select. It's interesting what pieces of the Darth Vader attire they selected to recreate it as part of this.
Right,
Like,
so
you've
we've
got
got-
the belt. That makes sense. The chest plate makes sense.
We got, chest plate,
Like
the
stomach.
buttons or whatever.
Yeah, stomach buttons.
We've got the belt.
Sure, that all makes sense. But then, the cod piece was a weird call out.
I know.
You know, like when I break
And
down
you,
the
you also
essential
have
Darth-
the shin guards. What are these?
yeah, the shin guards.
Yeah,
sure.
shin-
He's
shin
gonna play
guards.
some soccer.
I don't know
later
how these
today.
are supposed to, right? I know.
He's gonna go to the toddler soccer field. But yeah, when I
And the
think of-
cape. You gotta have the cape,
yeah,
right?
when I think about Darth Vader, the cod piece is not one of those like must-haves.
It's not one that you think of prominently, but also this is like a pretty thin spandex, so I'm a little bit glad to
that's
have
why,
extra
yeah.
coverage wherever I've got
yeah,
it.
tastefully done.
Exactly.
Tastefully done. So I decided to, you know, in theming of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I decided to switch over to our quality Urple guy. Sam, what are you? Wait, hold on. Are you here? Just pop on camera real quick because I don't want Ash to have to like leave and turn the camera again.
I have it
Okay.
like, all the way out,
Take it-
so this should be
Taking the longest
Probably.
way possible here. So let me guess. Are you dressed as Ness from the hit movie Five Nights at Freddy's?
I wish I was dressed as Ness from the hit movie Five Nights at Freddy's.
Best character, hands down.
No, I am. Have you seen The Bear?
Oh yeah, I have.
That's me.
You are the man. That's awesome. I like that.
Thank you, chef.
Well, we chef. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I will say though, your smock, your apron, does match Ness from that hit movie Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
but-
it's really nice. Also, I don't know where you got that. Maybe it was like $5 on Amazon, but it looks like a really high quality apron. Like it looks pretty posh.
This was a fantastic find from a little indie website named Amazon.com.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
great things are going to happen for that one at some
Underground.
point.
I know, they're up
They're
and
gonna
coming.
take off one day.
One of these days. Hey, speaking of taking off, let's take off this episode. Let's seamless segue for the win.
I was just nodding like, yeah, that made sense. This makes sense, the words that you're saying.
Thanks for yes-anding me, guys. Yeah, so today's a meme review. We haven't done a meme review in a while.
Nope.
Halloween feels like a good time to do it. Ash, have you prepared us some juicy, spicy memes?
Yeah, to the best of my ability, I went through the subreddit, and y'all were memeing all about the FNAF movie and some of our latest videos, so I think y'all are in for a treat.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Are you going to stay on the couch and react with us?
I mean, if I'm invited, I can leave. That's fine. I don't want to intrude.
You're totally fine. That's great. Welcome aboard.
Ooh, yay! Okay, cool.
Hold up. Before you do, though, I do have to ask you to do a Toad voice.
Oh no.
I mean, you're dressed
no.
as Toad. I feel like it has to.
Do you want me to pull up a Toad voice so that you have something to imitate?
No, I think they got it.
I can do a little something.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm scared though.
It's all right.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've been doing terrible voices on this show for the better part of 8 years?
Really the worst.
7 years? Like
Yeah.
really terrible. So you can't. Well, I'm like hanging out at the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, that's true. The thing with Toad is that there's like a balance, right? There's like the kind of gravelly. Why are you laughing?
You said, that's true.
That's true. Like, oh yeah, thanks for that reminder.
Yeah, your voices are kind of awful.
You do suck. Yeah, thank you.
I have to humble him somehow. Okay.
I mean, we're coming right off of that FNAF movie. I mean,
Right.
he got sent all these pictures of people cheering in theaters. He barely fit through the door this
Oh my
morning.
god, the ego boost. Being in that theater when people were cheering for you and just being like, I took that man to Build-A-Bear. You know how weird that is?
Was that weird?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that guy.
That's amazing.
He gives me puzzles sometimes.
I do give you puzzles sometimes.
Yeah.
How are those going, by the way? Are you done with them? Do you need more?
Yeah, I do need more.
Wait,
Mario-
which ones did we send over?
So there was a Mario one.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was-
that's a good one.
Yeah, there was one with like witchy cats.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
witchy
yeah,
cats
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And then there was one of y'all.
Yeah. That was
Oh,
early merch.
A game theory one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cute puzzle, actually.
is cute.
It's not as easy as you'd think, like, oh, I'll be done with this in like 15 minutes, but the puzzle shapes pieces are kind of weird
It's a
shapes.
fun,
Right.
satisfying puzzle. Like,
It
it's
is.
one of those that has a lot of colors and a lot of shapes, which
Yeah.
I like. Anyway, yeah, so you need some more, huh?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Oh, yeah. We've got a million.
We've got
We're
so many
jigsaw
puzzles.
puzzlers for the gods.
We just finished a Jane Austen puzzle that I think you'll dig.
You can find all the Easter eggs in it. You can spot all the characters. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's
like
a blast.
It's like
It's a-
where's Waldo, but where's Mr. Darcy?
Yeah, it's totally like, where's Emma? It's, yeah, you look around and you're like, oh, there's a cute bush. There's like a beautiful house.
There's a cute
and
bush.
there's like a character who may or may not appear in a Jane Austen novel.
fun.
Yeah, Party in a
Love
Box.
that.
Yeah, anyway, we've delayed long enough. We have a Toad voice to hear.
Oh no. Okay. I guess I'll just like yelp. He yelps a lot.
He does. That was good.
That was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
It's like a gravel you have to get, but like high pitched.
Can you say Mario?
Mario!
Yay, that was
Oh,
good.
I think you're
Yeah.
onto something.
Cool.
That's great. Okay, so without any further ado, Toad, Darth, Willie A,
Let's
Steve
do it.
Raglan. Let's do this.
Yeah, no, for
We
sure.
crossed 800,000. Still solidly in the top 1%. 800 currently theorizing. You guys are the best.
Nice.
Oh man, he did it. He said the funny. We waited 10 years for this. I say it literally every week, multiple times a week. We waited 10 years for him to say the thing. I say it literally every day. Also,
Right?
the FNAF franchise isn't 10 years old. So I don't know what you were waiting for, friends. Me to say it on the big screen? You do realize that lunch is the most important meal of the day. That's what they were waiting for me to say this whole time.
That was it.
I feel like at this point, too, we have to do a food theory about whether or not breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
I think that's actually, I was thinking about that this weekend. I was like, is there a way we could stage a food theory so that we test somehow with some level of faux scientific accuracy whether breakfast or lunch is the most important meal of the day?
I mean, it is one of those iconic things
Yeah.
that is just a truism, right? Like, oh, breakfast, the most important, it starts your metabolism and this and that. I'd be curious,
Supposedly.
especially in a day and age where like intermittent fasting has been really trendy to talk about lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm curious, what is better? Doing the like, you don't eat for like huge stretches of time and then you just get it all done in like a 5-hour block, or having a little bit of breakfast starts your metabolism and then do you wear it away as the day goes on? I don't know. I'm curious. Are you a breakfast person, Ash?
I'm a big breakfast person. I need it for energy reasons.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about metabolism. I'm thinking about how well is my brain working today so I don't go into the office like, bleh, you know?
Yeah. What you have for breakfast this morning?
I had 2 scrambled eggs and I put cheese in it and then a little salt and pepper.
Nice.
Wow, that sounds fantastic.
I also
you.
heard through the grapevine that you got some avocado toast.
Yes, Rachel got me some avocado toast from Dunkin' this morning and she said it was toast.
Wow. How about you, Steph? Anything
great.
for breakfast this morning?
Well, having been with me since 6 a.m. this morning, you would already know the answer to that question, which is that when Matthew drove through the McDonald's drive-thru at 7:45 this morning and got 2 Diet Cokes and some bacon, I did steal a half a piece of bacon
Yeah,
from
we're-
from that little set.
Rocking a Diet Coke and a bacon.
So here's
You
the
just
thing.
order bacon in the drive-thru?
Yeah. He'll be like, "Can I have a side of bacon?"
Yeah.
And we
side of
started
bacon.
doing it because Ollie is very picky but loves bacon. And it's like a high calorie, high energy thing that you can buy.
Yeah.
And
Good-
he
good
can just
long energy, as
consume.
we tell him.
Yeah, we tell him it's long energy.
Yeah, it's long energy.
Yeah. As opposed to
Wow.
like bread that's short energy.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
just amazed
obviously.
at the idea of ordering just bacon.
They just give
in
you
McDonald's drive. That's
So-
crazy to me.
Why is that crazy?
Because it's on the, that's like, can I just get onions? Like it's on the sandwich.
Well, yeah, it's there already, and if they can make a quick buck off of it.
Exactly. It's just sitting around.
I guess.
So sometimes what's funny is that sometimes they'll give it to you on the big breakfast platter as if you've
Oh.
ordered like 2 pancakes and a sausage
that's-
and an egg or
that's
whatever.
the-
But
that's
it's
the best
just
part.
like 2 meager strips of
It's true.
bacon
Yeah.
in this huge tray, and then they hand it to you in this like big bag. The packaging is like,
Yeah.
you know, infinitely larger
Oh,
than
no.
the food.
It's almost like they're not well equipped to serve just bacon.
No, it's true. It's true. No, they don't know. They don't know. This morning, actually, we were at a different McDonald's than usual, and this morning,
because we have a
they
usual.
you could hear behind the scenes, they were like, just bacon, and like, you just wanted to eat the bacon. Like, they were actually talking about it this morning. No joke. They were confused. But
That's awesome.
you know, but
A
yeah.
lot of McDonald's, they roll with it. I have to give them credit. A lot of them, they're like, yeah, you want bacon? Here's some
why not?
bacon. All right, fine.
Now that you've asked me, though, I'm really curious to order just onions.
Why not?
I wonder how much they would charge for just a side. Can I have a side of onions?
So here's the thing. I believe.
Because that's what we order side of bacon. We have just the
Yeah.
side of bacon.
So I
and
believe-
it's and they know it's 2 strips.
Yeah.
Right.
When you order
it's
a
it
bacon,
is
it
a
is-
standardized order. It's
It
the thing.
is.
There is a listed price for bacon, just the bacon.
Oh, it's a menu
like,
item.
yeah, order
Okay.
an extra side of bacon. Like, if you-
Secret
okay,
menu, guys.
So if you
This
order
is
like
secret menu.
Yeah, it's secret menu time. If you order like the McDonald's like pancake breakfast, right? It comes with the pancakes and the eggs or whatever they put on it. But if you're like, and add a side of bacon, they'll just stick 2 slabs of bacon on top. So there is a listed
Slabs.
price
I mean,
for extra bacon.
Slabs
Okay.
is
There's
giving
no
that
listed
bacon
price
generous.
for extra onions. That
side
they
of
just
onion.
give you like a very small palm-full
They just say,
serving
"Stick out
of
your
diced onions.
And also they're diced. Like, I think
they're
the worst
diced.
part of it is that the McDonald's onions are diced.
Yeah.
Like, you go to another restaurant, they're like the onion rings. I can see that. But here it's literally like just a pile of diced onions, Salt Bay style. Thank you. So yeah, apparently I said the thing that they waited 10 years for. The FNAF franchise is 9 years at this point.
Yeah.
8 years, 9 years.
I thought it was 8. 9?
It was 2014 August, I think.
Yeah, like we're close to the transition point, which is crazy to think about. But so I don't know what they're waiting 10 years for. Like, my question here is just like, what were we waiting 10 years for?
Thought it was breakfast.
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory. Oh, there it is. There's the one. All right, great. Fun fact: I have not seen the movie in the theaters. I will say.
Really?
No,
You
we haven't gone.
haven't?
So you had the opportunity to go because we were traveling in Boston, and they were like, "Oh, go to a screening on Wednesday night. They'll set them up or whatever." But it was like you would have to go alone.
Yeah, because we had Ollie with us, and we
Yeah.
can't take Ollie, and it was late at night, and
Right.
so I wanted to see it with Steph because I'm like, I don't want to see.
You're
my
rolling
first,
up.
like, movie together, like, you know, I
Yeah.
want us to do it together.
Right, exactly. And you're rolling up like by yourself, and then you're just like huddle in a corner.
Right,
watching
and then that would be weird
it's
too. I'm like the
It's
weird guy in the corner, and then there's a bunch of FNAF fans there, and so I'm like the weird MatPat in the
Yeah.
corner and stuff like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I've missed out on the big screen experience. So maybe later this week I'll be able to go like late night. But I streamed it on Peacock.
Ooh.
Yes.
Which, hey, gave me a chance to look through like frame by frame and look for some details. That was exciting.
Of all 9 seconds.
Well, I mean, not just of this, but of the whole movie. Yeah, I went frame by frame of my own performance.
I mean,
Analyzing
wow.
Doug's expression. Frame by frame.
Okay.
I'm just telling it like it is.
Okay, Doug, true story. Doug was a local New Orleans actor who does, because they do a lot of productions in New Orleans because it's cheap there. There's a lot of apparently
I was
tax
gonna
breaks.
say there are tax.
Yeah,
breaks
there's a lot of
there.
tax breaks. It's cheap to rent out stuff, and so they also cast a lot of local actors in the area, which helps with you get the tax credit or whatever. But Doug, nicest guy, so sweet. There was actually more of him in the scene that they ended up cutting. There was a lot in the scene that they ended up cutting.
What were did you have any other lines that
No,
could have
they-
made it in?
No, I think these were all my lines. They did do a lot of B-roll of me like serving up stuff and picking up like specialty shots off of the trays and stuff. But no, like Aunt Jane, there's a whole sequence where Aunt Jane comes in, she runs into one of the waiters, it knocks over a plate, the plate shatters. She's kind of being a Karen the entire time. One of the waiters has to clean up the plate, and the plate it all gets like, I mean, there was a big thing that we rehearsed over and over and over again, and none of it exists, which is so funny. Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, you see a lot. All these specialty shots of everyone getting served all around it. It's crazy. All right, so that's that one. Next up, we got this from Not Pickle Water. Matt should make his own universe. Will you have another one? Oh, Nate wants to battle. How's Nate these days? And he's got his different personalities. Then not too much to respond. I only got one. Apparently, I feel like I have more than one alternate personality at this point. But don't want to end up like Jupiter. Meanwhile, Jupiter Mark is all of them. Yeah, Mark's got a lot of personalities,
Right?
man. Do you have a favorite Markinality?
Ooh, I mean, I feel like Darkiplier is like the obvious one.
That
Yeah,
is,
right?
But I kind of like Little Markiplier with the stash. So that's just me.
Like you mean like Wharf Stash?
Pink Boy, yeah.
Yeah, Wharf Stash.
That's
That's Wilford Wharf
That's Wharf
Stash.
Stash.
Okay,
on
sorry,
now.
I'm just getting into the lore. I'm new here.
We have done like 5 episodes about that. No, you are not new here,
Yes,
Toad.
I am. I am new here. To Markiplier? Yes.
Okay. You're new to the Markiplier verse?
I am new to this universe. I wasn't here for the In Space series.
Wow, no way, really?
Well, I mean, I wasn't in the room. But
Okay, yeah. In the room where it happened?
Yeah.
Sure. What about you, Steph?
I like the in-space version. I haven't seen all of these, to be fair, and the one floating right above Markiplier's head just looks like Jason. So I'm a little bit
God, it
confused
does.
about that one.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
I
it
know.
does. Right
You won't be
here.
able to unsee it, unfortunately. But
That's what is that?
I feel
one?
like
That was
I
him
can't
in
pick like
Who
date
Killed?
with Markiplier because that's like
Damien?
weird.
Damien?
Right.
I think that's Damien. I think everyone right now is sleeping on the King of the Squirrels, where he. I mean, this is classic Markiplier, slathering his face in peanut butter and summoning the squirrels to him. He has come a long way. Yeah, that was one of the early ones.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was a
Do you?
different
And
time.
I mean, but talking about yours, do you have really? I mean, I guess you have like.
No, I
you
mean,
have like neurotic going around the bend because of FNAF.
no, we've
version.
done
But
one-off
is that
jokes.
separate from you?
No, certainly not.
No.
The thing is, we've done
That's the
one-off
thing.
jokes for episodes, but we've
Yeah.
done like Dad Pat, we've done
You've
Fat
never
Pat,
established
we've done no, but we don't
The
have like a
the alternative identity.
No, it's funny that for a channel that covers so much lore, our internal we have internal lore, but it's not like other characters, right? We've always maintained it being like, oh, it's just Matt. And just Matt's crazy, and we hop between all these different worlds, but it's never stuff that we adopt into ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And we've done ARGs, but also the ARGs are more just like games rather than like let's go on a narrative.
We're non-absorbent, basically. We repel.
Waterproof, like a hashtag not spawn
Non-spongy.
Vessi, waterproof coat.
We are the Vessi of YouTube
We are the
channels.
Vessi of YouTube. That's it. Here we go. This one's Hot Rodimus Prime. Great. But hey, that's just a theory. Spoiler alert. Oh, this is the tiniest meme. I make the teeniest of memes. Here, hold this while I zoom in.
Yes, chef.
We chef. Yes. There we go. Cool. That one was from Sam the Bear. Freddy Fazbear was made in Jim Henson's Creature Workshop. Yes.
Okay.
Jim Henson's Creature Shop is mainly known for the Muppets. That is accurate.
Yes.
The the Muppets are owned by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, Freddy Fazbear is a Disney princess. That is the darkest of timelines.
Right? I feel like that's weird.
Yeah.
Guys, I think that's weird. I don't know what you think, but like I think that's weird.
I stand that. I feel like the next Wreck-It Ralph movie where they're going through video game lands, Freddy Fazbear is there hanging out in like the villain recovery realm, and then you cut to the princess scene where all the princesses are hanging out and Freddy Fazbear is there again in his fabulous dress.
I mean, here's the thing. The books are going to some weird places, so I wouldn't really rule it out.
I know, it's like Merida is speaking Scottish and Elsa's talking about like all the ice stuff and he's like whore. And like that's his contribution to that scene.
I just like all of a sudden they cut to him and like, or maybe not him, but like you cut to like Golden Freddy and the screen is glitching and it just says it's me and all the princesses are looking over at it being like, who invited this guy? It's amazing. Who's me? Who's this guy? Hi, it's me. Control minus. There we go. I don't know what. 100%. There we go. Back to 100. That is dark though. The idea of Disney owning these things. Although it's a Universal movie, so
I was gonna say no.
that's-
Jim Henson is not. Jim Henson Studios. The whole studios are owned by Disney.
I think Jim Henson. I think Jim Henson is owned by. Yeah, I think it is owned by Disney, right? That's a good question.
So they just
But the movie was
licensed out. So they like contracted out.
Yeah,
Jim
third
Henson.
party.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it was probably third party. And then the question of who owns that, I think Scott owns the animatronics.
Scott personally owns the animatronics.
I think so.
Like he's taking him home.
I
Yeah,
think
like
he
that's the
might,
way that
actually.
sounds. Like he's just gonna set him up in the living room.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that'll be clarified one day. But it does beg the question of like who goes home with the animatronic, because they're not deconstructed. This isn't like a normal movie proper. You just deconstructed or
Here's the
whatever.
thing. Okay. So being real talk, other than Scott's living room, or worse, Scott's bedroom, then I would expect the animatronics to go on like a bit of a road show where they tour around.
Freddie and Friends on tour.
They end up in like a Hollywood museum somewhere. Maybe they make a stop at the Met, something like that. The costume museum.
No, I get it.
They've
Yeah,
got
it's true.
stuff,
Absolutely.
Or like they end up at Universal Studios, right?
Yeah.
You could see them
Well, they're
having
there in
like a
Halloween Horror
huge
Nights, but
display at Hollywood Studios, being like, "Hey, come see the FNAF exhibit." I feel like a lot of people would go to that.
Oh no, totally. I mean,
Go to see like the real animatronics.
They've been there for Hollywood Horror Nights this Halloween, but it's I don't know from there.
Yeah. Right? Ooh.
I'm more curious about you just tossing out the casual possibility of the animatronics in Scott's bedroom.
It's a piece of art that you have in your house somewhere where you want to be reminded of its presence all the time. Last thing you see when you go to sleep, first thing you see when you wake up.
Foxy. Fun fact, by the way, Ollie, just throwing it out there would be Foxy. But fun fact, by the way, speaking of things that you wake up and go to sleep with, Ollie over the weekend made a bendy, like monster bendy cardboard cutout.
Yeah,
And
you guys were so lucky that it fell before this. Did you
No,
put it back up? Oh, you put it back up. Oh, good. So it could just welcome everyone this
Yeah,
morning.
no, that's the point.
Yeah.
I was going up to the studio and then I saw Bendy and it was a great surprise.
Yeah, he actually did that especially for you. He's like, and then Ash will walk in and see it. And Ash will be so scared.
Yeah, and
I was terrified.
The fact that he wants to scare you is a symbol of high praise.
the goal was really to make sure that you were absolutely horrified this morning.
Okay, great. So y'all can tell him I was terrified
Okay.
and I covered my mouth so that my scream wouldn't be too loud.
Okay, we'll do.
That's
that sounds
really-
good.
that was really
That was
nice
thoughtful
of you,
of you.
yeah.
Thank you for screaming for our son. Oh my gosh, no way, there's fan art. Minimum concert 5143. MatPat fan art, spoilers for the movie. Oh, and it's Doug too?
Aww.
Yes! Oh, this is awesome.
Doug is such a standout.
Doug,
Wow.
Doug serving, except I'm the one who's serving because I'm the waiter.
Yeah.
But Doug was also serving in that scene. A lot of service in that scene.
A lot of service.
A lot of service in that scene. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back, man. So I was talking about the what I was talking about breakfast. No, okay, hold on. So what I was talking about breakfast is often considered the most important meal of the day for some detrimental. Wow, there's a whole series. This is all the cut
my
lines.
gosh. Yeah.
You were asking me about cut lines, Stephanie. Here are the
Here
cut
it
lines
is.
right there.
Here it is.
Wow, that's awesome. I also look so kawaii. It's great. I
Right?
love it so much. Oh, German MatPat. Hold up, I gotta go back. I wanted to see the other half of this. I can't though anymore. There it is. Oh, and then just okay, and there I am. This is the more accurate portrayal of it.
Right.
This
You
is
do
it.
look the same. Pretty much.
Pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. I
It's
see
pretty
it.
much the same.
The resemblance is uncanny. Doug was also one of those guys. Like Doug and Aunt Jane were both asking me, like, what do our characters do in this movie or in the games? And I'm like, nothing. I can't. I'm sorry. You don't exist. I'm like, in the books, for Aunt Jane, I'm like, in the books, there is an aunt who is not attached to this family or anything, but there is an aunt character. And so I told her a little bit about like the deep cut from the books. But I'm like, I don't think that's you. So sorry, like I
Here, let me regale you with useless knowledge.
I did.
That you will not use for your character.
I did.
You sounded like you were really helpful on set.
they were interested. Also to be fair,
Matthew, they were actors. They seemed interested.
Oh, you're so right. What a fool I was. Also, I mean, it helped distract us because the hotel that was next door, where they like kept us in between shots or where they were doing like lengthy setups, it went great. It went great. There was definitely one or two cockroaches running around. It wasn't great. And I'm like, oh, clearly this is a hotel that's been shut down, just like the restaurant that was next to us was shut down. It was not shut down.
It was like a form of method.
Yeah. It was method. We were getting in the zone.
Right, so they planted cockroaches so that you would be like less, you'd be desensitized.
Yes, that was exactly what we were going for. That's it. Here we go. German. So what is this? German Mystery Hood 17. Okay. Mystery Hood. German.
Oh, is this
MatPat.
the dub?
Is this the dub? I didn't even realize that.
Sie wissen schon, dass das Mittagessen.
What? No. Hold up.
Das ist schade. Das ist
Your
schade.
accent is so good.
Sie wissen schon, dass das Mittagessen die
My
wichtigste
pronunciation is
Mahlzeit des
fantastic.
Tages ist. Ich dachte Frühstück. Das sagen manche, aber naja, das ist auch nur eine Theorie.
Werden Sie nach Worten bezahlen oder geben Sie uns einen Moment?
Okay.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
That's the Tim POV.
Yeah. Oh, Tim.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Apparently,
Our
the
Lunar X German parent company has their very own version of this movie.
Well, he sent me a screenshot of like apparently he was like illegally screenshot because he sent me like looking good over the weekend. He saw it before I did, which is ironic. Yeah, Tim. Well, he had to teach
Wow.
everyone the the lore about what did he Banny the what did he think it was back in the day when we had him play it?
So there was Mick the chicken.
Oh, Mick and the chicken. That's right.
There was, I think it was it Donnie?
Oh,
do you
Donnie
remember?
Bunny?
It was Donnie. I think.
Like Darko?
No, he was Donnie Darko. Yeah, no, he was.
Well, because of the bunny. Yeah.
No, I see it. But
Yeah. So it was Donnie, Mick and the chicken.
he did get Freddy.
Freddie was right.
Which was, lowest possible. Like
Yeah.
if I'm at bottom of the barrel, that is also right down there with me.
Right. And then I don't think he tried on Foxy. If I remember correctly.
That's fair. Oh man, now I'm just curious what it is in other languages. If there's German MatPat, there must be like French or Japanese MatPat.
Right? You're global now.
Oh,
Yes.
finally. Oh man, crossing all the boundaries. That's amazing. What else we got? I'm in the FNAF canon now. Oh wow. Icy Travel 422 MatPat is in the FNAF canon. I got my own wiki page.
Hey!
As Ness. Ness is a minor character.
True story.
That is
Matthew wanted
generous.
True story. Matthew wants an updated Wikipedia page for a birthday present this year, which is not that easy to execute on, actually. But you got this page
This is it.
instead. I think this fulfills the gift requirement.
There
You
it
have your
is.
very own FNAF actual canon wiki page.
That's amazing. This is great. At
Happy
Sparky's,
birthday, Pete.
thank you. At Sparky's Diner, Jane, Doug, Maxine, and an unnamed man. I believe that was supposed to. That is interesting. Actually, that was cut. I need to go back to my original script. But yeah, now that they say that, I guess it isn't introduced who that guy is at the table. So in the movie, right? Aunt Jane's like, we need to bust up the place. We need to get Mike fired, and he's like, why don't we just kill him?
No, that's the guy. Her boyfriend or something.
What, Maxine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It's-
was in there. He
Did they
was
say
introduced
it?
at one point.
Did they say it?
I don't know
I
what
thought
his
that
name
was
was.
her brother.
It's her brother.
Brother?
Yeah, it's her
Okay,
brother.
whatever.
I don't think he has a name.
I don't think they
he's
say
brother.
it though.
Yeah, oh, okay.
He's named. I believe he's named in everything in my script. And I think there was a whole introduction sequence to him.
That was just to help him build his own backstory.
Yeah, now I want to go back to the script and check that out actually. Wow, that's a good point. So I guess he is an unnamed man, but yeah, he is Maxine's brother, and they're trying to get extra payment. When Ness comes over and says, "Hey, welcome," I like that they there's no backstory to me whatsoever. They're just like, here's his lines. Whilst Doug appears to be hungry.
Whilst
Doug.
Whomst. And whomst are you, unnamed man? Aunt Jane says that they aren't eating. I like that this is just a plot summary of it. It's great. I thought it was breakfast and then asked him to leave, and he does. That's amazing. Ness's actor MatPat is one of the first two YouTubers that appear in the movie. Great. Ness is named after a meme about MatPat, the Ness's Sans meme. That's awesome. That's so cool.
I like how it doesn't explain what the meme is. It's just like, that's a meme.
It is a meme.
People just know.
Good luck.
They just know it exists. Today's college lecture by Liz Bomb is the Bomb. Bite of 87. Oh man, that's going to be the longest class ever.
I was going to say, how long have they got in this lecture?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is how much time you
Hours.
got, class.
Days.
This is one of those late night courses that
Yeah.
only meets like once a month, but it's like a 4-hour session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like, I saw somebody on the subreddit requesting, there's like a new FNAF whole timeline lore explainer that people really like. It's like 8 hours and like 55 minutes.
Wait,
like,
really?
No joke.
Oh.
And people are like, can Matt react to this on GTLive?
Are you kidding?
I'm like,
Really?
brother, that's the next 2 years.
I was going to say,
It's 9 hours? 8
Yeah.
hours?
literally, we've spent like an entire half hour here or so on like 5 pictures.
Oh, that's
Still images.
Right? And if they're doing
Single
30
frames.
frames per second,
right. That's, I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words, but on GTLive, a picture's worth like 10,000 words.
Matthew will be 80 by the time he finishes reacting
Do
to
the
that.
math. There's a game theory that just does the math right there of how long that reaction video would be. This is Sunglasses Guy 7. Sunglasses Guy. I don't feel sorry nor ashamed. I'm uploading this a minute before Tuesday, so I hope it's valid. So, yeah, that's right. The Spider-Man game came out.
Yeah, you understand this, right?
Yeah, because there was the voice that sounds like me in the game.
Yes.
That's so fun. Is that?
Did they AI fake you? Did they deep fake you?
I don't know what that is.
Look, it is so convincing. They might have.
They might have. Is what character is it? Is it just a one-off character? Like, has anyone actually explored who this character is and what it is in the game?
I mean, we could ask Tom.
Has he played it? Because
He's very excited about this game.
Oh, really?
He would know.
I mean, I've heard great things about it. I've heard just like, hey, this is in contention for Game of the Year, and I love the first Spider-Man game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, and I'm really curious what my cameo is in it.
Oh yeah.
Am I Venom? Like, what
cameo.
am I? I'm cameo. I'm all over the place this year. Steph.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Right?
They're tapping me all over.
What happened? You're all forms of media,
I know.
video games, movies, Broadway.
PGA Tour.
It's the year
Sports.
where you just did everything.
This
Yeah.
is the year of everything. I like it. The year of all of it. At Parpour, Theorists community like N. I'm just N. I'm just N. Oh,
It's like
I'm like Myers Briggs.
like the Myers-Briggs
I'm just
N.
N. Ah, I get it. I get it. I'm like, what is this? Nintendo? Is
Amazing.
this what is purple? Because I also see purple, and suddenly I'm triggered by purple. I'm like, is this an Urple guy reference? I'm just N. No, I'm an intuitor.
Yes.
Okay.
But anywhere else you'd be a 10, except the FNAF community.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm an N.
Then you're
That's
just
nice.
N.
Not a Ken, not an N. Maybe that's what I should dress as for Halloween this year. An N.
An N.
Yeah.
Like the concept of intuition or the letter?
The letter.
Okay.
That is easier.
I mean, that would have been a lot easier than let's design an actual articulated ATST.
I meant it's also easier than going with the concept route.
Oh,
I feel like
of what an
conceptualizing intuition and then distilling it into a wearable costume, I feel like might be a bit of a tall order. That's Ollie's request for next year.
Ollie's next year costume. Hey, Ollie, what do you want to go as this year? Intuition. Oh, okay.
The concept of an ephemeral experience.
Oh, fantastic. I mean,
Great.
I mean, to be fair, and again, like we said this in Style Theory. If you didn't see our Style Theory where we went through Ollie's like costume history, he did want to go as a convenience store, as the haunted convenience store.
That was
from
the
Gravity
first
Falls.
option. A haunted convenience store.
Haunted.
Haunted.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
know
very
that part of it.
It's
No.
important that it's haunted.
Yes,
Okay.
and not just any convenience store. The convenience store from episode 5 of Gravity Falls that is haunted by the spirits of like old grandparents.
The episode is called Inconveniencing, if you want to go regale yourself.
Yeah.
Speaking
it's his
of-
favorite.
I have to go.
Oh no, you do?
Yeah,
Is there anything that we should get Steph's reaction for?
There's a Steph meme.
There's a Steph meme?
If you go venture,
Venture forward.
another click.
Oh my gosh, I love
This
that there's
one.
a Josiah
Steph's
meme.
face. Okay. No creativity. 1983 774. Spare them, IRS. Oh, that's quarterly. That's awesome.
So, for the record, I'm just going to put it out there so that it's on record. That was a historic quarterly tax return document that we had filed many, many moons ago. It was from like 2021, and it was just still sitting on the table. The fact that it shouldn't have been there still stands. It
Yeah,
should have
no.
been cleared off like
Properly filed away.
17 months ago, but it was not supposed to be with the IRS.
That's awesome.
And with that, I will return to the Empire.
Okay, but yeah, go.
The Empire.
The Empire calls.
Right?
Amazing.
Goodbye.
Okay, here, hand. Wait, hold up. Hand off your microphone,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
we'll play you off. There you go. Oh, don't do it. We're gonna get copyright struck. So it has to be like copyright neutral music.
Do.
Birthday. That's copyright neutral.
Happy birthday. Now it is. For a long time, it wasn't.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
why
I guess somebody wrote.
I mean,
the song,
that's
yeah.
that's probably a film theory short. It's it's more of like a film fact. The reason why you never heard them singing a normal "Happy Birthday" song in TV shows is because the song "Happy Birthday" was in this nebulous spot where people were like, "Is this copyright? Is it not?" And people were able to. There was an entity, I forget what it was able to claim any instances of "Happy Birthday." And so, yeah, that's why restaurants make up their own happy birthday songs in a lot of cases. That's why for a long time there was that like, why is no one actually singing the happy birthday song?
That is fascinating.
Yeah, true story. True story. Look at us just dropping all sorts of factoids today. It's amazing. All right, here we go. Here, let's rewind backwards now
Yes.
that we lost Steph.
No.
Signal ad 8193. Am I wrong though? The game theory crew, would they actually get a FNAF? Oh man, this is accurate. This is 100% accurate.
What I love about this is that they're all Kang, and in my mind, they're all Tom.
I like that it's not me either. I like it. Yeah, this is the reaction that Tom would get.
Exactly.
Fun fact, by the way, so Steph and I were talking about like, hey, if we didn't let Ollie choose our costumes for us or do these family-themed costumes, what would I go as? Like if you could choose anything, right? Because
Right.
we spent like a month on like Ollie's AT-AT costume, which is just an elaborate piece of sculpting.
Yes.
And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, at this point, if I could go as anything, I've never truly done like an elaborate series of prosthetics.
Ooh.
And so I'd love a costume that has like a lot of like similar to this sort of thing. Like you call me out here, like something that has like interesting prosthetics attached to my face and like would take like a couple hours of a professional makeup artist to put on.
Yeah.
But like I think that would be a lot of fun.
It would be. Like, do you have an idea for like what costume it would go
See,
with?
that's the question I had, because immediately your mind, or at least my mind, went to like demon. You know, you think about like the devil horns and like all the crags and cracks in their faces and stuff. But I don't tend to like going as scary. Like I've never really gone as anything scary, right? I'm not much of a scary Halloween guy. I'm more of like a fantasy, not fantasy either, but like like I went as a lumberjack, a magician, a grape, marionette.
A grape.
Yeah, a grape. That was my first ever Halloween costume.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was a little baby, and my parents had like bunches of grapes, and they had a bunch of balloons on them, and then I was the single grape. It was cute.
Were you a purple grape or a green grape?
I was a green grape, I believe. My dad was purple, my mom was green, and then I was a green.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah, very as it should be. But yeah, I was thinking. So like on one hand, I'm like, oh, demon would afford cool possibilities, but I also maybe alien. I guess like cool alien, maybe.
Yeah.
Have like a tentacle nose or something, and like craggy.
A tentacle nose.
I don't.
I don't think I've ever seen an alien like that.
Like Squidward?
Yeah, like Squidward. All right, my mind was going to Davy Jones from
Ooh,
Pirates. Yeah, I was thinking like Davy Jones style tentacle. You know, I should just avoid all tentacles on the internet, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, in retrospect, don't put tentacles anywhere near my body. So but anyway, that's what I would do. And you went with Toad, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
I think the only time I've done a prosthetic is I did with the Warp Zone back in the day here on YouTube.com. We did a sing-along to the Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events, and I was Count Olaf, and they gave me a big old nose, and that was it.
I
So that was
love
my
that.
prosthetic nose.
Nice.
I'd love more. So
Absolutely.
anyway, here we go. What's this? Marvel Malia. He looks evil in this. Anti-Pat. Oh, see, look, I got a new personality.
Matt Sonas.
I do look. No one. The Bat Planet Josiah's downfall. I do look like I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna take that razor and do terrible things. Well, that's what he gets for trying to teach me how to use that awful one-bladed razor. Sam in the
Don't
background,
even.
just offended.
Don't even.
Yeah?
This guy with the electric razor.
Says the guy who shaves like once a quarter.
Yeah.
Well, well, guess what? I need a little bit more efficiency in my razor blading than just doing it once a quarter.
I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. What do you shave with, Ash?
I use a 5-blade, and I use one of like the pretty color ones.
Yeah.
Mine is like a nice mint green.
Ooh.
I know.
Minty.
Y'all's are so boring.
Ours are masculine.
Yeah.
Powered by metal and steel.
And mine are like, yay, sage.
I like that I'm still also using my microphone as though you don't have a microphone, but you've attached a microphone. So
I think it's funny, so I wasn't going to say anything.
I just had that realization. I'm like, oh, I don't need to do this anymore. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Right? But yeah, seriously, I'm going to kill Josiah at some point.
Man, a Josiah meme.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a rare one.
Rarest memes.
I don't know if as more and more people watch Style Theory and as more and more people get, because Style Theory is where like the wider team is getting showcased the most. Like Food Theory, you're getting to know Santi, which is cool. But Style Theory, you're seeing like everybody. And you're seeing a lot of everybody. Like we have seen more from you, Sam, than we have of anyone else in like the 10-year history of all of these channels. But I feel like Josiah's gonna have a lot of memes rolling. Like Josiah just invites the memes.
Oh, for sure. This gives that same energy as that Dark Kermit meme way back in the day. Like in terms of the lighting, the shading, like you're Dark Kermit.
I am. Who is a Muppet, who is also created by Jim Henson.
Which means...
Who is owned by Disney, which means that I'm part of the Freddy Fazbear crew.
And you're also a Disney princess.
That too, I'm all of those things.
What color's your dress?
Urple.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all
I
right.
knew the answer as soon as I said it. And
Either that, no, it might not be Urple, it might be lime green. Moving on.
all right.
Oh, this is tough, so you reacted to that one, that's great. This is great representation, 10-10-10, great. Style theory, food theory, and Tom just unhinged as ever. Yeah, Jason, cool as a cucumber, kind of over it. Me, good student food theory, doing his best.
Yeah.
And Tom, just unhinged, denying the moon.
I'm excited for the Tom memes that are going to start coming up soon.
Yeah.
I feel like he set a precedent with that last live stream.
That last live stream set all sorts of precedents.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Tom off the hook. Tom unhinged. It goes to some strange places.
I learned a lot about that man that night.
It was a very informative night about the members of our team.
Oh, for sure.
In case you have no idea what we're talking about, this is a reference to when we played Jackbox games. That's on the channel, right? It's available.
Sure is.
Yeah, there you go. Because I know for a while it was unlisted, but now it's back, right?
It is.
There it is. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to learn about the dark lore of Tom, it's there. And there's a lot of dark lore, but he doesn't believe in the moon, so there's no dark side of the moon for that kid. There you go. Might be a little late, but never ask a woman her age, never ask a man his salary, never ask... Oh, we should have had Steph here for this one.
I know, I'm sorry.
Don't you tell me how many calories I need. Yeah, that one just lives on just clipped out of context in all the worst ways possible.
I like that one.
Do you?
I do.
That one makes me viscerally uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I think the reason it makes me viscerally uncomfortable more so is that because it's clipped out of context, without the, like, it's one of those things that you're like, oh, this might get me in trouble at some point if people ever, like, try to come up with a list of things against me. And it's like, oh, look at him being mean to his wife about caloric intake. And it's like, no, that's from a game and I'm citing lines, but you wouldn't know that because of the way it's clipped.
I don't know. I feel like based on, it looks like Steph is reading something. So to me, I always assumed that there was something being read.
You've already given it more thought and attention than your average internet denizen. So, like, oh, well, as I look upon it, it looks like Stephanie is reading something.
As you can see by the vague reflection in the whites of the eyes, you may be able to deduce.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so while I would hope and wish that all people online would be as thoughtful and careful and considerate as you are, I don't think that's truly the case.
Well, skill issue.
Skill issue.
We'll have to be quick on the community notes if this makes its way to Twitter.
Yeah,
We'll be right down there with it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, just hop aboard right away.
The cultural impact that this meme has, though, on GTLive specifically,
Yeah.
whenever somebody reclips this and posts it to YouTube,
Yeah.
like, we see a spike in views on the channel for that day.
Do you
like,
really?
Yes.
Because for those of you who don't know, Sam is one of the two, Sam and Josiah are the two that are in the weeds all the time for the channels, and Sam's in charge of Game Theory and GTLive. And so you are always digging around for like interesting little data tidbits.
Yeah.
And so every time it circulates, you see a little spike on that video.
Yep, whenever this clip gets reclipped and re-uploaded,
Yeah.
the same day that it spikes,
Yeah.
we see, obviously, people go back to that video and rewatch it, but then other videos on the channel. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, people go back and find the source.
Well, maybe I need to curse out everyone and talk about calories a bit more often, I guess. This is Pedro.
Nothing.
Wow, that was a big reaction. Pedro Storm Rage. 1, fuzzy cat is happenstance. 2 is a meme. They don't need to know it, but they want to. I know at least MatPat is a knowledge seeker. Okay, so this is also from that live stream that we did,
Yes.
which I appreciate. Some of the best memes come from the live. Like, again, live reaction is always exciting. Like, you know, these are the GT Not Lives. Great, awesome. They're fun for us to react to. They're easier to fit into our schedules. But anytime we can do live, that's always a win. But man, you get some unhinged stuff. So yeah, there's 2 furry characters there. Mm-hmm. Why? Like, what is it, a meme?
You can press play.
Oh, it's a play.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I just assumed that most things are just like screenshots at this point, but no, you're right. Okay,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. Okay, here we go.
Stop saying boy kisser in chat. They don't need to know that.
What?
You're a silly little boy kisser.
That's right.
Boy kisser has been a fairly big meme for a while now.
Oh my gosh, they're explaining it to me? Yes. Oh, thank goodness. I was so confused about this, and the chat was so full of boy kissing. I was so befuddled. I mean, I can assume, like, I'm not dumb. Like, I can see the words boy and kisser, and I can be like, oh, I understand what this is probably going for. But I also don't want to assume things.
Right, of course.
Because assuming things on the internet is always going to be a bit, you assume that this clip was taken out of context or whatever. But
yeah, or that I shave my face.
Right, exactly. Well.
Oh no.
Oh no, you've lost your hat. Is that actually part of your head? Are you exposing your brain right now? That's part of the lore. Super Mario Brothers Wonder actually has a little like factoid in there that says about the true nature of the hat.
Really?
And whether it's actually a hat or part of his head.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet.
It's one of the little randomly generated factoids. So now Nintendo's like, oh, we got to clarify. Anyway, like I was saying, I can assume, but I also don't want to assume, and especially when things are about like boy kissing and this, like, this is not my place to be assuming anything. So let me just roll with it. So good. I love knowledge. This is amazing.
You may have seen it on Discord or Twitter or in your dreams about kissing boys. In June of 2022, Twitter user Mozzie Mice shared a GIF of an original silly cat cartoon character.
I love that this is Know Your. Is this an original video or is this from Know Your Meme?
I think this is from Know Your Meme.
I was gonna say this seems like it's from Know Your Meme.
But it was compiled.
Months later.
No, which hey, thank you. Did you know that that's actually how game theory started? Like that was the initial idea for game theory.
Wait, what? Know Your Meme?
Not Know Your Meme, but it was the idea that hey, video games are full of references that people don't get.
Oh,
or video games are full
yes.
of like topics that people don't get, and so there should be a show that collects all of those and explains them to an audience, so that way they don't have to do the homework. They just have to press a video and it gets explained to them. And so the first ever script of game theory was less of like, let's, take down like how the time travel mechanics of Chrono Trigger are wrong. It was more of an essay of like, hey, they talk about these 3 topics of time travel in Chrono Trigger, and let me just talk to you about time travel. But I gave it to Stephanie and a couple of my friends at the time, and they're all like, it needs more video game talk. Like, you're not drawing back the video game enough, which is why I rewrote it and became more interwoven with the video game. And like, but yeah, there was like a literary component to it where I'm like, let's talk about the time machine from H.G. Wells and the history of time travel in literature and this and that. Yeah, no, so this is actually like early game theory, like early envisioning of game theory.
That GIF was reposted to and shared around Reddit with various captions. Sometime in early 2023, one user added the caption reading, "Ooh, you like boys, you're a boy kisser." Quickly,
Ooh, you
like boys.
Right, I like the AI-generated voice reading it. Ooh, you like boys. You a boy kisser.
Posts and variations of this were shared on platforms like Twitter and YouTube, and boy kisser memes and GIFs started surfacing en masse on Reddit. It's used mostly.
Is that one censored? Is this one?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was just like a
like Twitter
little
and
like
YouTube, and boy kisser memes and GIFs started.
I think that's censored.
Oh, it might be. They did that for you.
Someone did it for. I think that if this was originally like Know Your Meme, I think Know Your Meme might have gotten there first.
It's surfacing en masse on Reddit. It's used mostly by LGBTQ+ memers as a way to ironically tease friends who like kissing men. As the meme spread on social media.
So it's basically what I kind of assumed it was.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
More and more variations started to appear, to the point where memers started parodying them.
I like kissing boys. I kind of like. I'm a buoy kisser. I love that.
Great.
I'm a buoy kisser.
Started parodying the meme and making fun of its virality. Many continued to use other art created by Mozzie Mice in their content as well, though the Twitter account was subsequently made private.
Oh.
I know.
Classic.
Well,
Classic, you go viral and you're like, nope, too much attention. Shut it down. Shut it down. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Pedro Stormrage for bringing this to my attention. Yeah. Thank you to Ash for bringing it to my attention. I feel like I've learned a little bit of something today.
Great.
I feel like we've all learned something today.
Yeah.
Right? Sam, what did you learn today?
I learned that you can order bacon in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah. Now you know.
Now I know.
And it's actually a decent price for the quality of bacon that you're getting.
Okay. I learned something else then.
There you go. What about you, Ash? What did you learn today?
This hat doesn't like staying on very much.
Okay. And I learned a lot of different things, to be honest. I learned that, I learned about the boy kisser meme. I learned that, we have lackluster sorting strategies for our tax returns. Probably most importantly of all, I learned when building an ATST, make sure you plan out in advance where your forward-facing turrets are. Otherwise, you might end up with some unfortunate placements. But in the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic Halloween. I know this is coming out on Monday, so the day before Halloween. So have a safe one. Enjoy it. Be responsible out there, and we'll see you on the flip side on Wednesday. So without any further ado, friends, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video. A spooky video. Not really. It was just a fun meme-ish video for you. See ya!